2024 candidates?
Yeah, I mean, we have it right
go
here.
for it. 2024 candidates. Okay.
Yeah.
Eric, do you have an opinion on this? On who do you think is going to be 2024 Republican candidates? Who do you think?
I think I would love to see it, and we'll see if it happens. But Dan Crenshaw and Tulsi Gabbard, VP, a combination, and I
On
think
the Republican side.
yes, on a
Okay,
Republican
so
ticket.
Dan Crenshaw,
her being the VP, I think would be because
Okay.
she's pretty moderate, and I would like to see that happen. I don't know.
two military people.
By the way, how did you come up with that? Have you just been thinking about it, or did
I
you
just
see
thought
speculation?
I like their personality. I like
you
that they're
read
logical.
this somewhere, or
no,
it's just
no,
you?
It's just me, just speculating.
What an
I feel like
interesting combination you just proposed.
I actually fully kind of endorse where you're going with this. This is a Republican, a reasonable, moderate Republican. If you guys don't know who Dan Crenshaw is, he's the guy with a patch on his eye. Pete Davidson on Saturday Night Live made fun of the guy. He had to retract
got
that.
on and he apologized.
And now Crenshaw has blown up. By the way, not a Trump guy, Crenshaw. I mean, he's voted with him in Congress.
Yeah.
I think he's in the House. He's not a senator, right?
Who?
he's a congressman.
Congressman,
all right.
yes.
So he's in the House. He's not towing the company line, so to speak. He's got his own opinions.
Right, they're both congressmen.
Yeah, and we'll Tulsi Gabbard is no longer an active congresswoman. I think she's no longer in office right now.
By the way, if you're watching this, who do you think 2024 candidates? I'm curious. I want to hear from you as well. Who do you think, if you were to pick candidates in 2024 running, who would be on your list? But go ahead. You were saying something.
No, I do like the fact. I think this is what this country needs: a Republican, a moderate Republican and a moderate Democrat coming together and running under one ticket, saying, "Guys, we don't have to be so extreme. It doesn't need to go socialism all the way to the left. The AOC doesn't need to be a candidate. We don't need to have a, we won't call names, but whatever Trump was doing all the way to the right, and the conspiracy theorists and the QAnon and the two, like, we need to again get back to center."
Paul, who do you think? Do you have anybody in mind?
Well, I've heard about Donald Trump Jr.
Okay.
Being a possible candidate. Donald Trump. Tulsi Gabbard was actually
Gabbard.
Gabbard. Sorry, I always say
Kareem
that.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
same guy that would say Don Lemon.
She was
Don
actually
Lemon,
one
and what's
person
what's
that
what's
to keep
your
my eye on
what's your
as
good
well.
friend's name? Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett.
Yeah.
The other
Tulsi
name,
Gabbard.
Mario, who do you have? Anybody or no? Not really.
No idea.
Do you know the odds?
No.
Do you know the odds?
You got odds for
Yeah,
me?
I got some odds
Give me
for you,
some
baby.
odds.
I got some odds for you. Do you know who is the highest odds, like most likely candidate?
Nikki Haley?
Who do you think it is?
The highest odds today?
Best odds. Yes.
Rand Paul would be another name.
DeSantis?
Listen, Gabbard. Relax.
Who do you have as the highest odds?
Okay,
I'm
highest
curious.
odds. This is according to a betting website. Okay, number one, best odds. You want to guess?
There's no way they're going to have Trump as the highest odds.
You sure about that?
Is he the highest odds?
Trump plus 800 as a wild card, plus 800, right? So the lower your number, the more likely. So for instance, right now,
You bet $100, you win $800.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know who the favorite is?
Who?
In 2024?
Who?
Like the favorite.
You're going to tease me how much foreplay
I'm not
you're
talking.
gonna
I'm
do?
not. Oh, baby, I'm a tease. The
Give me the odds
Okay,
already.
so the favorite right now to be president in 2024,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris plus 450,
I'm with that.
Biden plus 600.
Okay.
So meaning they project
Kamala
Harris is more likely to be president in 2024.
What is that?
Coffee.
Okay.
Coffee
It's a
closes,
tea.
buddy.
You don't
What's
drink
going on?
coffee. It's a tea.
Oh, it's a London fog. Okay.
Come here,
Eric,
Pat. You
don't
need a
say
little
coffee
soy
to
for that?
Pat.
You're
You're
good.
Good,
Sure.
buddy.
Okay,
Keep
okay.
going. So
So,
Kamala's
okay,
highest plus 450. Biden's plus 600.
Biden's
Trump's plus 800.
Trump plus 800. Number two, Nikki Haley at plus 1,200. Mike Pence at plus 1,600. And then we have Ted Cruz at plus 3,300. Senator Josh Hawley at plus 4,000. Mark Cuban plus 2,500. So he's got better odds than Cruz and Haley.
As a Republican?
As a Republican. Your boy Dan Crenshaw plus 5,000. And your boy Donald Trump Jr. plus 5,000. So that is the most likely to least likely candidates. And then you have GOP Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's also in the news. Plus 10 billion. She ain't going to be president. If you know who that is.
Yeah.
For you bettors out there, though, you might want to
So
place
so
that.
let me give some names here. Let me give
Yeah.
some names here.
What you got?
Abbott. Okay. One.
Texas.
Yes. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Abbott. He's done a good
Good
job
friend of
during the
yours.
pandemic. No, he's done a good job during the. Forget about friends. I'm saying he's done a
Yeah.
good job during the
Okay.
pandemic. Okay. Texas. number one, I wouldn't put him number one. I'm just saying, putting him on the list. I know Kai's got a list here. Kai's got Trump, Haley, Cruz, Hawley, Pence, Cotton. But I think Abbott is one seriously to consider.
Texas.
I think the other one is DeSantis. Let me tell you
Florida.
why DeSantis. Watch this. The NBA playoffs last year, what was their main campaign? What were they campaigning? The entire time.
They were the NBA bubble and social justice.
But what was it? What was everybody wearing? Everybody was wearing what shirt?
Social justice. Black Lives Matter.
BLM, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So a liberal organization decided to hold their playoffs in a conservative state ran by a conservative Republican DeSantis, right? So the NBA playoffs goes there. Super Bowl
Tampa.
goes to Florida. They're right now trying to bully Japan, saying, if you don't get your act together, we will gladly hold the Olympics, in Florida.
Could be here, yeah.
Yes, in Florida, because we know how to do it, right? So you got to give credit to DeSantis, okay? And DeSantis is not a pushover. He's solid. He can hang in there, and he's a pretty strong guy, and he's got good argument to give on what they've done.
Young guy, too. He's probably in his early 40s.
And watch this. Can you imagine
45
if
maybe?
he does and somehow Cuomo gets involved? He will crush Cuomo. He's going to say, all your guys came to me. All your business people came to me. So that would be I'd love to see the stage of Cuomo going up against DeSantis or seeing Abbott going up against Newsom. I'd love if Newsom runs and these guys somehow get on the same stage.
Well, Newsom might not even end up being governor of
the other day
California
we're
much
watching
longer.
McGregor. We're watching McGregor fight against. I'm like,
McGregor.
I said, what I say to you at
You were
them?
so pissed,
I'm like, I wasted my time.
disgusted.
I was so disgusted by it, man.
You wanted him to win.
You got a guy. You think you're gonna. Anyways, it's just very frustrating.
This is upsetting you.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. But the money, you got a couple $100 million from Proper 12, and you go in there. Either don't fight or fight. The guy's he's so exciting.
You wanted a Khabib McGregor. That's what
I
you
wanted Khabib McGregor, and that's not going to happen. Now, Khabib made fun of him, say this may never happen again.
Yeah.
Right. And even Dana said it may never happen after what just took place. And then he had the drug stuff that came up, which is 6-month suspension. That's a whole different story.
Who had the drug stuff?
Conor had a.
Really?
Yeah, I think Conor got suspended. Kai, can you verify this? I think Conor got suspended for 6 months or something
Kai.
like that. Yeah. So Abbott,
so your
Guatemalan
sleeper is
Kai right there.
Yeah. Your
Say that
sleeper. You called Mario Kai.
no, I actually Kai's texted me.
Oh,
That's what
okay,
I'm saying.
Kai.
Yeah.
You're basically saying your sleeper is DeSantis if he can pull off an Olympic
I
run.
think so. So Abbott, DeSantis, Pompeo. I don't know if he's a guy that could be a president. Let me throw another curveball for you here. Let me throw another curveball for you.
Yeah.
Here. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. Maybe it's going to happen in the next 8 to 12 years, maybe 16 years. Kushner's a genius. Ivanka, I think, can run. People love her, and even the left respects her. Man.
Are you saying Kushner or Ivanka? Or you're saying they're running as a
Either
duo?
or. Because remember, Kushner's not a Republican. Kushner's a center-right, center, sometimes center-left. And Ivanka's not fully a Republican. Ivanka's a center-right is where she's at, and she can go on The View, and they're very respectful to her, Ivanka, the way she is, right? So Abbott, DeSantis, Trump, Ivanka, Kushner, Tim Scott, which we've already talked about. I love what you said with Tulsi Gabbard. Dan Crenshaw, sure. He hasn't had enough publicity online, on media. You know, the whole thing that happened with Saturday Night Live was good. I'm going to throw a crazy curveball in there. Crazy curveball. Because, you know, the usual suspect everybody throws. Here's a crazy one. That would be so interesting. And by the way, I'd love to see Cuban get in it. I told Cuban
On the
this 4 years
Republican
ago. I told him 4 years ago when we sat down. I said, so what's your, you know, I'd
Your
love
end
to see.
game.
I'd love to see him get in it because I think he pisses off both sides. I don't think Cuban is a Democrat. I don't think he's a Republican. I think he is center left. He's not a Republican, but he's center, like slightly, like just a little bit left. Okay, is where he is at. Center left on certain issues, center right on certain issues closer to economy. Okay, but I don't know why I would love to see Tucker Carlson run.
Tucker Carlson.
You don't even know how much I'd love to see him run. You don't know how bad I'd love to see him run.
Really?
I'd love to see him run.
No support from the left. Though. Zero.
Yeah, I don't know
He's made no friends.
Well, no, wait a minute. He's also called out Trump. He's called out the right. He's called out things that the right has done. So you have to know that there's an element of the right that also doesn't like Tucker. So it's not like he is. He'll get up there and say stuff like, "Dude, what are you doing? Are you a Republican or are you a Democrat?"
He called out what's her name really badly.
Who?
What's her face? The Trump lawyer, the QAnon lady, the
Yeah.
conspiracy theorist.
Hardcore.
What was her
hardcore.
name again?
I don't
She
remember
was
today. What was the lady's name? The lawyer's name? Sandy. Sidney Powell? Sidney Powell.
He's the first one that was like, yo, Sidney, show us the proof.
Yeah.
You're talking about a whole big game.
Yeah.
You're talking Hugo Chavez. You're talking Dominion.
Yeah, a little bit too much. So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Now, $1 billion lawsuit.
What I'm trying to tell you is I can see that, if he was to get in. Now, here's a challenge why a guy like that may not get in. You know why a guy like that may not get in? Because a guy like that is about to be a free agent, and he's probably going to land a $100 to $150 million contract.
Wow.
So him running could cost him $150 million.
Take the money, buddy.
That's probably what's going to end up happening. The
money.
reason why some of these guys, like imagine Bill O'Reilly never ran. Why? Maybe a little bit of personal life. I don't know. Some of these guys never ran.
But you can, I think we've experienced there's a big difference between winning, your primary in the Republican Party versus
Thank you, baby,
winning,
for
winning
if you're listening to this.
National election. That's from Jen?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what that reminds me of, Pat, with the Tucker Carlson pick is a few years back, and this didn't end up a success story, but there's other names that can't come to my mind. But in the NFL, Matt Millen, who was a former player, but he was a color commentator, and then he had no front office experience, but then he jumped into the GM role of the Detroit Lions. But to me, that'd be kind of a similar thing where it's like you watch it and you're studying, you're analyzing it, so you have a better maybe understanding than a lot of people from inside. So you have a nice outside perspective, but then you don't necessarily have all that experience, but sometimes that could work for you. So I kind of like that philosophy.
Yeah, I don't know. I like him. Something about him I like. Like here's what's crazy, and people get upset when I say this. There's something about Chris Cuomo I like. I don't know. There's something about Jon Stewart I love. I'm so glad he's back on Twitter, by the way. Jon Stewart just got on Twitter. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. He's officially on Twitter. He was never on Twitter. Gets back on Twitter. And if you guys have, go on his Twitter account so we can see what he says.
You're a fan of Jon Stewart.
I'm a fan of Jon Stewart because I saw
he's left.
No, he's not. He's center left. He's center left. He called that Nancy Pelosi on his show and made her look like a fool. And he went up there and fought for the firefighters from 9/11.
Big time. I mean, that's what he's been working on.
I don't know if he's left. I don't know if he's as left as you think he is. I think he's center left. But I think we need him. I think.
He
go to Twitter.
Show.
Go type in Jon Stewart. Just type in Twitter on the top. No. Just put Jon Stewart. Okay, go to Twitter and type in Jon Stewart. 2 T's. Ooh, so you guys are in the same community.
Twitter.
Got it. So Kai, Mario's making you look good today, Kai.
Yeah.
If you watch, Kai's somewhere in America. He's somewhere right now celebrating.
You said.
Type in. Go to his account, Jon Stewart.
I'm not sure what his account.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
somebody help us out here.
Maybe he's not on there.
No, he is on there. He's 100% on there. He just has a unique. Oh, right there, the dog all the way in the bottom, all the way. That's him. Yeah, believe it or not, that's him. Click on that. Okay, 1 million followers. He's following one person, and the one person he's following, I think, is Wendy's. I think is it Wendy's? Arby's. And he trashes them on a tweet. But go back.
We have the tweets.
Go back. Okay, so he puts up on the 31st. I believe compromise is the heart, and progress demands concessions. So to the right, in exchange for universal health care, I will allow all the future. Mario, what are you doing? I'm reading. Mario, what are you doing? I'll allow all future space leaders to be non-denominational. What compromise do you propose? Remember, there are no bad ideas, unity. The stuff he says. Yes, I've come back on you much like one of your nasty, nasty sandwiches, Arby's, right? Yeah. Because Arby's said, hey, thanks for whatever. So if I do really well on here, I get to be president. Yes? And he's got 484,000. So
it's mocking Trump.
Yeah, I think it's cool, though. I think Stewart,
I enjoy his perspective.
I don't know if Carson's going to run or not, but I think that kind of a personality would be very interesting. By the way, eventually Shapiro's going to run. Yeah. Eventually Shapiro's going to run. It just may not be in the next 15 years. Eventually he's going to run. You're going to have to hear that voice.
I think we would do a disservice if we didn't address the most likely leading contender, other than Trump himself, is Nikki Haley. She's a reasonable, moderate
let me just read a little bit of what people said. Here's what people said. DeSantis and Noam, okay? Tulsi and Jocko. DeSantis and Tulsi said Amia. Madison Tulsi said Dennis McGriff. Nerlin Joseph says Candace Owens. Ian Wynn says Patrick Bet-David 2024. How about Patrick Bet-David Soy Boy? PBD Soy Boy campaign. We got to put that 2024.
This will be our
we got to make.
We'll put our face on a milk carton. Done.
We'll get Nancy on that right now.
Yeah, we get Nancy.
We're gonna need my
right
face
now.
on a milk carton.
Okay, Tulsi says Priyoman Roy Shanley. Tulsi, Trump and Tulsi. Shapiro and Crowder. Mark Cuban. Doesn't matter who's president in 2024. And you got Ted Cruz, Tulsi, Crenshaw, Haley, Tim Scott saying them. Tulsi has been demonized and ostracized by the Democratic Party. By the way, this is what's needed. Meeting more people talking about you in different platforms. Tulsi's made herself so relevant in different, people want her. This is very good. It's a good time to have momentum because she's got 3 years to create that kind of momentum. It's actually a very good sign that other people are saying this. Who else? PBD and Sauce, Urban, Jock. Okay, so we got more. Anyways, a lot of people are saying, different names. But you said the leading candidate. Okay, one person here, Brando Commando, gave $5 and said, I got Republicans, Matt Gaetz. Okay.
No way.
Good-looking guy. You're not a fan of Matt Gaetz. He's Shonda's cousin, by the way. So Ted Cruz,
really?
Josh Hawley, Greg Abbott, DeSantis, Democrats, Kamala Harris, Newsom, Bob Iger, Mark Cuban. Good list. Bob Iger, Newsom.
So when you say someone like Iger, I'm thinking who can get out of the primary and actually win the general. Someone like Bob Iger can. Someone like Nikki Haley can.
Okay,
Bob Iger.
Okay, so
Nikki
Bob
Haley
could be president.
Can.
Bob
right?
Iger could be president.
Yes.
And he wants to, by the way.
Okay. Democrats like him. Smart business guy. Traditional conservatives. I don't know if he'll have the MAGA community. Nikki Haley.
He's left.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
his family, parents are left, and he grew up wanting to respect
We've all
them.
seen you could do great. Like Ted Cruz could do great in the Republican primary. That guy's never going to be president. I'm sorry. Matt Gaetz. You got to understand, from someone who, kind of views himself as center left, I'm looking at these names and I'm saying there's no way Matt Gaetz is ever going to be president of the United States with what he's done and pissing off people on the left. Just like someone like AOC is never going to be president because no one on the right would ever vote for her. So you need to have someone who could reach out to the other side and get votes. That's what Trump was able to do in 2016. Biden took some votes from Trump in 2020. Obama was able to do that in 2012. Big tent, baby. So Ted Cruz, I don't see it. I don't see Trump Jr. I do see a Nikki Haley. I do see even a Tom Cotton. I do see a Tulsi Gabbard. Yes,
okay,
Paul.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I got a name for you guys.
Here we go.
This just started percolating in my head. This is a little out there, but
Stop it.
He's got different experiences, which I like. Ice Cube.
No.
I thought you were going to say John Elway or something because of how diehard of a guy you are.
Ice Cube's run a business. He's in multiple platforms.
I got someone for you.
He's a personality.
Kanye. He's gonna be the guy.
No, but Ice Cube is rational.
No.
And he's I think he grew up probably on the left. He's got more conservative principles now. He's kind of all over the place. He's polarizing in a good way.
Cube.
You ain't got no job. You ain't got no place to go. It's Friday.
Ain't nobody gonna F with
I'm gonna
him.
get you high today, buddy.
I can see that shirt though, straight out of the White House.
Straight out of the White House. I'm telling you guys, this is a marketing boom.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.